As the Russia-Ukraine war crosses a 6-month mark, the secondary economic and logistical impacts begin to emerge. In response to the conflict, a large number of countries have put significant Russian sanctions in place, including UK. But what do these sanctions, as well as the large-scale devastation of Ukraine and its economy, mean for global supply chains? Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. My name is Pietro Galinta, I'm the social media manager at Aprile SPA, and this is the YouTube channel of Giorgio Poggio, managing director at Aprile UK. In this video we're gonna have a look on the impact of the Russian sanctions all over the world, including UK. So the impact on the global supply chains is quite significant. In fact, according to supply chain software firms Interos, there are more than 2,100 firms in the United States that rely on Russian suppliers, and 1,200 EU companies with the same problem. So the sanctions map actually covers this sector about the financial measures, arms import and exports, restrictions on services, restrictions on goods, coal and other solid fossil fuels, crude oil, iron and steel, aviation or the space industry. Well, with no indication when the war will end, we have a great disruption of the global supply chain in this year, 2022. In fact, this war affects, for example, the availability of certain goods. Russia is the third largest producer of wheat in the world, while Ukraine is the 8th. We also see the rising prices of the oil and gas. Shippers and carriers are already feeling the pinch of steadily increasing fuel and oil costs. We also have a limited air cargo. Imports and exports are also being affected by the restriction on air cargo. America has banned any Russian oil industry in the United States, as long as the EU countries. We also have a very great impact on the shipping routes. In fact, the popular shipping routes that cover at high-risk ground in Ukraine and Russia have and will continue to change. And this is caused also because we don't know the end of this war. A great challenge is also exporting to Russia. In fact, many American companies and European as well have closed their branches and offices in Moscow or St. Petersburg. It depends. So communicate with the Russian offices or the Russian institutions is quite difficult. It's tough. So the goalposts for businesses exporting goods to Russia now look very different. So many firms are losing a considerable portion of their revenue. But how can businesses prepare to this? So minimize disruption and loss is quite difficult during this period. A report from Loadsure say that a factor delays into your time scale, the time scale of shippers and freight forwarders. With so many unpredictable factors at play, we may need to rethink the procurement and the delivery schedule. We also have to build a bank of other suppliers if we trade with Russian or Ukraine suppliers isn't already apparent. We have to be prepared for this by searching and sourcing quotes from alternative suppliers. We also have to insure our cargo. This is one of the quickest, simplest way to protect our firms or your firms. It depends from unforeseen losses. We hope for Ukrainians and also Russians that this situation will end soon. So in the link down below in the description you can find the Loadsure scheme, the report, so you can find every data and then you can read it and try to extract the more important points. By the way, I invite you to subscribe to this channel because we will keep you updated about the Russian sanctions and also the global supply chain sector. So please subscribe to this channel and see you in the next episode. Goodbye. Thank you very much.